Ben Collins is a racing car driver from Bristol, England. He has competed in motor racing since 1994 in many categories, from Formula 3 and Indy Lights to sportscars, GT racing and stock cars. Collins was placed second in the Marlboro Masters Formula 3 Championship event in 2000. He set the pace at the 2001 Le Mans 24 Hours race in his first season for approximately 4 hours during the rain at night. After winning the European Stock Car Championship in 2003 ASCAR Stock Car Racing, he was signed by PDM Racing to do selected rounds of the 2004 Indy Racing League, but the car never appeared. In 2005, he competed in the British GT Championship in a Porsche 996 GT3, winning races on the way before moving up to the FIA GT Series with Ascari, where he led races and scored several pole positions. In addition to racing, Collins' company Collins Autosport provides precision and stunt driving services, particularly for BBC television, including Top Gear and Top Gear Live, as well as for the film industry, such as driving James Bond's car in Quantum of Solace and Casino Royale, and Eve Moneypenny's car in Skyfall. In August 2010, several British national newspapers reported on an allegation made by the Sunday Times that Collins may be one of the identities of the Stig, an otherwise unidentified character on the Top Gear show, on the basis of financial filing made by the Collins Autosport company. On September 1, 2010, the BBC was refused a court injunction preventing the revealing of the Stig's identity in Collins' autobiography, published by HarperCollins. On October 1, 2010, it was announced that Collins would join Fifth Gear as a presenter. In 2012, Collins joined as co-presenter Polish TVN's Automaniac. In February 2014, he was added to the Drivers' Club of the newly formed Formula E Series. Personal life: Collins was born in Bristol, but spent the first 10 years of his life in California in the USA, where his father worked for a distribution company. Collins was educated at Blundell's School, and after studying law at the University of Exeter, he spent around 4 years serving in the British Army, serving some of his time as a Special Forces driving instructor. His racing career started in 1994. He worked for Hornby as brand manager of the Scull-Extric Models slot car division. As of 2010, Collins continues to live in Bristol with his wife and 3 children. Racing: Collins has competed in motorsport since 1994. In 1995 he competed in Formula Vauxhall Junior, finishing 3rd overall with 2 wins and 8 podiums. He also competed in the Formula Opel Winter Series, placing 2nd overall driving for Sir Jackie Stewart, who commented in Autosport magazine, "When you see the likes of Ben Collins in Formula One, remember you saw them here first." Collins moved on to the British Formula 3 Championship in 1996. In 1997, he finished 8th in the standings driving for Fortk Motorsport, and also finished 8th in the Macau Grand Prix. After another year in Formula 3 in 1998, Collins raced in the American Indy Lights Series in 1999, finishing 13 in the standings. For 2000, he returned to British F3 to drive for Carlin Motorsport, once again finishing 8th in the standings. He also finished 2nd in the 2000 Masters of Formula 3 race at Zandvoort. Collins has been a test driver for racing manufacturer Ascari during Ascari A10 development, and undertaken testing of Formula One cars. In 2001, Collins raced in the FIA Sportscar Championship for Team Ascari, with Werner Lupke, the pair winning at Donington Park and finishing joint 6th in the standings. The team also raced at the 2001 24 Hours of Le Mans. Collins also finished 6th at the 2002 12 Hours of Sebring for Ascari. In 2003, Collins raced in the ASCAR European Oval Racing Series with RML, winning 6 races on his way to being crowned champion. He continued racing in the series in 2004. Collins returned to sportscars in 2005 to race in the British GT Championship and FIA GT Championship with Embassy Racing. In 2006 he rejoined Ascari, racing in the FIA GT3 European Championship. In 2007 Collins tested a NASCAR Nextel Cup car at Lakeland Speedway with the Red Bull Racing team. In 2009 Collins was named as an endurance driver for Australian V8 Supercars team, Kelly Racing Jack Daniels Racing, partnering with Nathan Pretty. In the 2010 Le Mans Series season, he was racing for RMLAD Group. His first race for the team was the 2010 1,000 km of Algarve, finishing 4th overall and winning the LMP2 class. He remained with the team for the next round, the 2010 1,000 km of Hungaroring, where they finished 4th in both class and overall. Collins competed in the final meeting of the 2010 Dunlop MSA British Touring Car Championship, driving a BMW for the Motorbase Performance team. He finished his first race in 14th and bettered that with a 12th in his second. However, he retired in the third and he never returned the following season. He had been rumoured to be returning for the 2013 championship. Collins Autosport. Collins is a regular writer for Autosport magazine testing the latest racing cars, has written for the Sunday Times, fronted Sky Sports televised NASCAR coverage, along with appearances on the British car-focused television programmes Top Gear, Pulling Power and Driven. He worked as a precision driver in the film National Treasure, Book of Secrets, where he doubled for the actor Nicolas Cage and drove in some of the high-speed sequences in London. As a precision driver in the 2008 film Quantum of Solace, Collins drove James Bond's Aston Martin DBS as a stunt double for Daniel Craig in the lead role. He also holds a world record for the maximum distance of driving a car on two wheels. Collins presented television programme Extreme Team Drivers, shown on BBC Three on December 15, 2007. As an advanced driving instructor within the programme, he was trying to teach a young boy racer to drive more safely. Collins' company Ben Collins Autosport has provided its logistics and third-party liability insurance for prize-winner track day events promoted by Top Gear magazine. Top Gear. Collins has appeared on the popular BBC television programme Top Gear as himself, with his company providing drivers and driving services since December 2003. In series a two-episode Year 10, in 2003 Collins appeared as one member of BBC Top Gear team in the 24-hour Citroën N2CV racing event. The team finished 13th, out of 34 cars, 24 laps behind the leaders, with Collins setting fastest lap. In 2004, Collins made an appearance during the fourth season of Top Gear, alongside parachutist Tim Carter. The stunt involved Carter and an aerial cameraman jumping out of a Cessna light aircraft then landing in the open-topped Mercedes car being driven at a speed by Collins. The open-top car was introduced as belonging to Collins and had earlier been UC'd Euro driven by the Stig Euro during a wake test in series a 3-episode Year 5. In 2005, the driver featured during Series 5, driving a Lancer Evo 7 and then a Bowler Wildcat vehicle in a rally race against mountain boarding world champion Tom Kirkman. At the start of Series 6, Collins appeared with other British Touring Car Championship racing and stunt drivers for a five-a-side football game using a fleet of Toyota Aygo cars. Collins played in a team captained by Top Gear presenter Richard Hammond. The other drivers were Paul Swift, Tim Harvey and Tom Chilton. Playing against James May, Russ Swift, Matt Neal, Dan Eves and Rob Huff. Collins could be seen driving the Honda Civic Type R against Jeremy Clarkson in Episode 6 of Season 10. The sixth episode of Series 17 of Top Gear featured a team of amputee soldiers training driving a Bowler Wildcat and being trained by Collins to take part in the Dakar Rally. On a separate occasion, following an accident involving Richard Hammond in September 2006, the Health and Safety Executive report into the event recorded that Collins had worked closely with Top Gear as a high-performance driver and consultant, and had prepared a briefing for Richard Hammond preceding the event. The Stig. On January 19, 2009, British newspaper The Daily Telegraph ran a story claiming that they had outed Collins as being one of the people behind the white-suited incarnation of the Stig, at the same time noting that Collins, from Bristol, has always denied being the Stig. The Times, in a follow-up article, stated that the identity of the white-suited Stig has been an open secret within the motoring world for some years, with newspapers refraining from publishing his name, to uphold the spirit of the program, which concluded that a newspaper broke with the convention to out Mr. Collins, 33, after following up a story in a Bristol newspaper. Similar allegations were repeated by the Sunday Times during August 2010. Two Bristol-based local newspapers had published articles a week before the Times in January 2009, on the basis of information leaked from a local art gallery. Collins had previously commissioned a Clifton-based father and son business in September 2008, to produce a limited edition run of 450 poster prints to be sold on at a price of £318 each. Collins had initially portrayed himself as a BBC marketing executive and only confirmed a more detailed connection to the Top Gear show after the signing of confidentiality agreements by the business owners. The signed poster image showed a salt-flat scene, with the Stig positioned standing on it. However, at the time Top Gear presenter James May claimed that the Stig's identity had not been outed and there has been speculation that there may be more than one person who plays the Stig. Autobiography publication. During August to September 2010 the BBC and HarperCollins started legal proceedings against each other, with the BBC attempting to obtain a High Court injunction to prevent the publishing of a book entitled The Man in the White Suit, apparently authored by Collins. The injunction was quashed by the High Court, allowing the possibility of the book being published on its intended release date of September 16, 2010 in the United Kingdom and October 1, 2010 in Australia. In an exclusive interview with Whitney recorded on September 3, 2010 and broadcast on September 7, 2010, Top Gear presenter Jeremy Clarkson confirmed that Collins had worked as the Stig, and that Collins was history as far as we're concerned, he sacked. On July 8, September 2010, The Guardian, The Sun and other papers re-reported Clarkson's assertions in the interview that Collins had been fired from his role on the television show. Collins stated that he had started writing an autobiography during Christmas 2009 as he feared that he might lose his contract on the show. Collins stated that he had gone to great lengths in order to conceal his work on the television show, including parking in separate locations and wearing a balaclava while traveling to the filming sites. In the 15th series Christmas special, Top Gear presenters referred to the Stig as the Splitter, and publicly ridiculed the Stig, using the picture of the Stig for drive-by shooting targets. During Collins' appearance with the military amputees broadcast in July 2011, Collins was introduced and acknowledged by Top Gear presenter Richard Hammond as ex-Stig Ben Collins. Though Hammond still referred to Collins as a romantic novelist, he said that to be honest, he was quite glad to see the old Splitter back, and, he does know how much giving these guys a hand means to him. So this is all right. Ben is a popular after-dinner speaker and as a guest on corporate away days. He is represented by the agency Military Speakers. Fifth Gear, Collins joined the presenting staff of Channel 5's Fifth Gear in Series 18, participating in racing challenges on several occasions. He did not return to the cast for Series 19. He is now a co-presenter in a Polish TV series Automaniac. Racing career, 24 hours of Le Mans results, complete V8 supercar results, complete British Touring Car Championship results, key, complete FIA World Endurance Championship results, key, season in progress, references. External links, Ben Collins' official website.